Morning traders, let's review and analyze what kind of trades we can potentially set up for today on euro dollar and pound dollar. For news, we've got nothing until 7 p.m. UK time, FOMC minutes. So, you know what, I would say it might be a quiet day, but given yesterday was no news, we still ended up with such a bullish candle. So, you never know. On the weekly time frame, the main objective I expect price to deliver is to take the sell side liquidity out. We've maintained a strong bullish order flow coming into it. I was yesterday expecting maybe we'd find some reaction at this equilibrium of this pin bar. We didn't. We blasted right through that. I was hoping for a small pullback, which we did yesterday, and then pushed higher. I was waiting for a deeper retracement, but we never got that. Right now, price is below the open. It's probably the best time to buy. Is this probably a discount level, but however, if this closes as a red candle without taking out the sell side liquidity, that means we have another opportunity to take the previous day low and then go long. Yesterday, I was hoping price would come deeper into this fair value gap and tap into at least the start of that fair value gap or the 50% and push higher. However, the momentum was way too strong. Price held this fair value gap, which is something I wasn't even looking at on the 240 because it's so high up in premium, and pushed up, putting in these strong fair value gaps. Now, ideally, I would want price to tap into this fair value gap before pushing up. Yesterday, because I was waiting for price to come into this 4-hour fair value gap, I didn't pay much attention to the 1 hour time frame where we had an order block, we had a fair value gap right here, and also we had another fair value gap. That's a lot of PD arrays for price to tap into before coming into the 2-hour 240 fair value gap, and it comes into the third one right there and finds support, especially below the New York open. So I saw this market structure shift in the morning, and then I saw price come down and take liquidity off this level and put in this pattern, which is a very good inverse fair value gap. Because it had not tested the 240 fair value gap, I didn't really want to get into it, and then price took off and hit the Asian high. It was something I was watching as the day went by, but I didn't want to get in because I didn't want price to wanted price to come and tap into this low. However, looking back at it, coming into a fair value gap on the 60-minute, deep fair value gap, and then taking out liquidity off a low that forms, followed by an inverse fair value gap entry, it's not a bad idea to get into it. So today we've got, objective is up there. We've got a fair value gap here, and we've got this order block right here, and this is a 240 fair value gap that price can tap into. So I will be watching for these areas. We've got the New York open right here, so anywhere below that, look for an entry. Pound dollar reached its objective yesterday. We've had this strong bullish order flow, came into that buy side liquidity and took out liquidity yesterday. What can it do? Is it going to find resistance at this level, or is it going to continue higher? This is also previous month's high, so obviously quite a strong POI. We've got on the lower time frame, we've got consolidation as price has reached this level. Right now, I don't really have any predictions. I want to see some more displacement before I make any predictions on this pair. It looks like we have got a bearish fair value gap at this level, and price is rejecting. Well, I can't really tell what's going on right now, but drawn liquidity would probably be at this level. Not a lot going on pound dollar. I need to see some more displacements for me to have any kind of trade ideas. On a bigger picture though, price came below, or price came into this fair value gap previously, below this peak, rejected. I know this is a strong area for price to rejected, pushed deep, very deep into this range, and then has now come back up, which I would expect price to at least feel the rest of this fair value gap, which I think it did yesterday. Yeah, and potentially continue higher up to this high. Just a long-term prediction, but because we were so deep, that this retracement was so deep, just shows, willingness of sellers to push price deep down into a range, and then with such a strong bullish momentum, it's not unlikely that we'll take out these highs. So we'll have to wait and see. And that's that for today.